Good evening, everybody. We're gonna pick up where I left off with the Portal games tonight. So we finished up Portal 1, and that was fun. We destroyed the facility. We kicked the computer's butt, and now we're gonna jump into Portal 2. So Portal 2 was a much more refined game. It was definitely a lot more polished. It was designed to be an actual video game, so they put some real effort into this one. A lot better voice acting. You might actually recognize some of the voices, but also more storyline. It also opened up sort of the, as opposed to being like an add-on using, Half-Life 2 artifacts, they actually kind of built up a little bit more of the story, a little bit more of the background of what this aperture science sort of thing is, and it's definitely a lot more involved than what the previous one was. So whereas the previous one was sort of like a neat little science experiment, if you want to call it that, this one is the full-fledged sort of game. So I'm going to start a new game, and it takes place sometime in the future. So if you recall, we blew up the computer, the place destroyed. I managed to get a peek of the outdoors, and then another robot or something dragged me back in. So this game picks up.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art.
Some nice art.
You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now please return to your bed.
So this is looks like a hotel room. A little microwave, fridge, probably a washroom in there. Can't actually go anywhere. Well, I guess we go to sleep. And some more time passes. Presumably a lot more time.
You have been in suspension for 9999999. This courtesy call is to inform you.
Anyone in there?
Subjects should vacate the enrichment center immediately. Any test subject.
Are you gonna open the tap? Ah! Oh God, you look good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you? Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right. Don't move. I'm gonna get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Okay.
You all right down there? Can you hear me? Hello? Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jump.
It's the jump
button.
button.
Never mind. Say apple. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
So in case you're keeping track, that voice is Stephen Merchant.
I wasn't going to mention this to you, but I'm in pretty hot water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, so of course the whole relaxation center stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on. tricky. And of course,
Oof.
nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I gonna make it through? Have I got enough space? Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's gonna be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, see, no, I hit that one. I hit that one. Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive, alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready.
It's too high. It's too high. Oh.
Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on. Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes. But don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time. There we go. Now, I'll be honest, you are probably in no fit state to run this particular type of cognitive gauntlet. But at least you're a good jumper. So you got that. You got the jumping on your side. Just do your best, and I'll meet you up ahead. That's the spirit. Good luck.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so this looks familiar from the first game. It's just a little more overgrown. In fact, it's a lot more overgrown. It's one of my little radios from before, but it doesn't make any sound. There's no music. But as you can see, this is...
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim.
So it's a little bit more run down.
Please note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through.
Just like that. They redesigned the elevators. The elevators look a lot cooler. More like tubes. Like bank tubes. But so far, this is like almost a one-for-one remake of the first few tracks of the first game. Except in much more
liquid running down your neck,
disrepair.
Relax, lie on your back, and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the Material Emancipation Grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
So here we are. 1 of 19. So it's the same, but a little different. The idea, of course, you want to introduce your players to the concept of using portals to accomplish different goals, like taking this weighted testing cube and using it to open that door. And there we go.
Good. Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering a relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will revive you for an interview when society has been rebuilt.
I love the concept that somebody, you know, like somewhere would have gone through the effort of like pre-recording all these things, you know, in the event of a catastrophic failure.
If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason.
It's very bureaucratic. I love it.
Hey, you made it!
Ah.
There should be a portal device on that podium over there. I can't see it though. Maybe it fell off. Do you want to go and have a quick look?
You can also see the old cameras here, but
It's alright, no, go on, just have a look about.
they're not following me,
No,
so
that's
they're
right, over by
deactivated.
the podium, yeah. Oh! Hello? Can you see the portal gun? Also, are you alive? That's important, should have asked that first. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body, I'll bury you. Alright? Brilliant. Go team!
So here's some pictures that kind of describe sort of like what happened. So they had this AI device, all these fancy scientists, and then obviously something went wrong. There's lots of screaming. Looks like they're all dying, I guess because of the neurotoxin. They sort of explained that in the first game. And then here's a little companion cube, and this guy, I don't know, he just really likes the companion cube. And then the events of the first game happened. So this is obviously my own character. Just turn down the ambient noise here just a little bit. You know, confronting GLaDOS. And there's our little fella here again with his companion cube. And then over here, he's rejoicing. He saved... She got away, which is exactly what happened in the first game. He got the portal gun again. And here's kind of like a fancy portrait. Took a lot of time to draw this one. It's, you know, the artwork's a little bit more sophisticated here. And that's basically the story. And this looks like sun-moon phases or something. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Yeah, it looks like moon phases. So, now we're kind of back at it. So sort of in the background here, like these are some of the supporting offices that the scientists would have sat there and like observed the rats in the maze.
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with one copy of the Laws of Robotics to share.
Let me know if the, everybody watching here, let me know if the audio is okay. Should be hearing some ambient noises. Did I go the right way? Oh yeah, no, I went the right way. And some...
Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the Laws of Robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
It's the bureaucracy I love. It's just, yeah, it feels right.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Well, appreciate the effort. You know, it was a nice little jazz ditty. we are, look, already on number 4. And boy, doesn't this look familiar. Do. Oh yeah. Gotta think about that one for a second.
Great work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
And again, they have little, you can kind of take a little peek every once in a while behind the scenes. See what happens here. I think this is Schrodinger's cat. Old style computer. Can't move it. Oh, I can take the water bottle though. That's handy. It's funny. They've got these fancy LCD screens and yet like old CRT monitors. Seems kind of goofy. All right. So yeah, definitely a little rundown compared to the first time we went through it. And there's no AI. She's still dead.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
There we go. Okay, so here's our next little puzzle. I sit and think about this one for a moment. Oh, yes. So when I push this button, that box should fall through that hole. And then I can set it down here, which activates that ramp. So now, this guy here, if I push this button, it drops a cube from here and into the filth. So that won't work. So I'll set the hole here. So now it'll drop down, come out there, and into the filth. But there's this button. So now I just have to time it. And... oh, I did not time that correctly. Let's try that again. Boom. Just like that. There we go.
Well done. The Enrichment Center reminds you that although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of as few as 1.1 volts.
That was a little bit of foreshadowing there, that 1.1 volts. It'll make sense in a little while. Remain calm.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you.
So it's kind of like the last one. Oh, can't shoot anything through there, so what I have to do is have to jump up onto that platform. So, I've got one portal there. I can set one up here. And away we go. So now, if I fire them out like that, we're good to go. So now I just have to get this cube onto this plate. So I'll just leave them there. Oh no. I'll jump through again. There we go.
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you.
How about that, eh? Okay, so here's my yellow portal. Now I just have to figure out where to go. I'll start by going over there to get that cube. Okay. So there's that. Isn't that fun to fly through the air? Except now I have to go onto that side. So if I do it from this side, I shouldn't get that weird little flip. There we go. It's a little less nauseating for everybody. Okay, so now I gotta land myself there. Let's do a quick jump. And through.
Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, bold, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
I am pretty old. That is just a fact.
To ensure that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Hey! Oi, oi! I'm up here! Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here.
Management
so
rail.
Get ready to catch me, all right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready?
All set.
1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it, really, that? All right, going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? 1. Catch me, catch... Ow! I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this. Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching.
Oh, come on.
Seriously, I'm not joking.
Oh, come on.
Will you just turn around for a second?
That's not... Alright.
Alright, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. That I open while your back was turned. And off we go. Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually.
Why fight it? Oh no.
Yes, hello. No, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving.
Hello,
They're so adorable.
hello. I'm different.
Oh, that one's different. Okay, so that's the first section. And now we're progressing.
Probably ought to bring you up to speed on something right now. In order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber. And she will probably kill us, if she's awake. If you want to just call it quits, and we could just sit here forever, that's an option. Option A, sit here, do nothing. Option B, go through there, and if she's alive, she'll almost certainly kill us.
So,
if you've got any reservations whatsoever about this plan, now would be a tremendous time to voice them.
this is identical to the first game. The last boss where the big GLaDOS robot
Okay,
was
I'm going to
hiding.
lay my cards on the table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over it. She's off. All fine. On we go.
So, it's obviously in ruins.
There she is.
So you can see elements.
What a nasty piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not going to believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently this human escaped and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where absolutely nothing happened. And then there's us escaping now. So that's pretty much the whole story. You're up to speed. Don't touch him.
So you remember this is the tube that you threw all those cores down in the first game when you were beating the gigantic robot, the GLaDOS.
Okay, down these stairs. Jump! Actually, look at it. That's quite a. Ah! Oh, still held. Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the grit. We're all fine. That's tremendous.
This guy just likes to talk. Talks and talks and talks.
Ah! I just looked down.
Ooh.
I do not recommend it. Ah! I've just done it again.
It is a long ways down.
This is the main breaker room. Let's go in. Look for a switch that says escape pod. All right, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else.
Ooh.
Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod. But as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing. All right, but don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand? Can you see it anywhere?
It's a lot of switches here.
Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light. That's God. I was quoting God. Oh, look at that! Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod. It's moving up.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it. This should slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic. All right, stop panicking. I can still stop this. Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. A. Okay. A. C. Now, wait, did I do B? Did you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay. Listen. All right, new plan. Act natural. We've done nothing wrong. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what? Oh no! No! Oh no! Ah!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. But I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster. I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, you must really, really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
And there it is. We've awoken the beast. And that means we get to do more testing. So we're going to fall a long ways down.
Here we are.
Okay.
The Incinerator Room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times. There it is. Hold on. There. Good. You have a dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead. Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk.
So you can remember the last game, the Incinerator Room was actually like here. So we're gonna actually walk backwards through the last test chamber while she has a little discussion. Kind of brings the story up to speed.
Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is you're back, with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
So you can see she's quite nefarious. But it is really quite humorous. I do enjoy the dialogue in this game. It is something else. Here we go, Chapter 2, The Cold Boot.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online.
Hooray!
I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first, simple test, which involves deadly lasers, and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Alright, well, where's the laser? Oh, there it is. Good thing I avoided that. And right there.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
So there we go. Test number 1. Or test number 2. Yeah.
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, well, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
Oh, look who it is. It's our buddy. He hasn't completely disappeared. Oh, here it is. So this is fun. We can use this thing to redirect the laser. Just like that. Isn't that cool? So it's neat as we progress here. Oh, I need that. As you progress, you'll actually see like the levels start to look kind of brand new again as they get refreshed. Ow.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
It's amazing we can get some of the side results. The unexpected results is the word.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
Okay. Oh, these portals are coming back on. Or these cameras, I mean. Ah. There's one. That's too bad we can't get in behind here. Let's see. Oh. There's some music. Ah. So this song is... It's called Exile Vilify. It's by The National. And they did a song for the soundtrack. This is what I mean by, like, the game actually had a little bit more cash to play with. And it's a pretty good song overall. I can't complain. Now let's see if I can get back to this portal. There is... Here it is.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
So much passive aggressiveness. It's so passive aggressive. She's just so mean. It's great.
One moment. You are navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
Alright, next one. Okay. So, obviously there's a laser here. So let's send this laser carefully over here. Now, I gotta be careful with this one. So I'm gonna leave this YOLO portal here because if I try to like change it, I'm gonna have a hard time. And what I mean by that is, so my left mouse button, I can plant as many of these blue portals as I want. My right mouse button plants the orange portals. So right now you can kind of see where my orange portal is, but if I move that one, well now I can't get the laser to come out of it and move this bridge back and forth. So, ooh, there we go. I think I'm going to need this. So let's hop over here. There we go. Safety first.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly. Waddle over to the elevator and we'll continue the testing.
It's just so much snark. I think that's what people want out of their phones with their digital assistants. A little bit of sass.
This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faithplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
So this is a new element, and it's a catapult. So, look at me. Right on the bullseye. Okay, so here's the game. This thing's bouncing back and forth. All I have to do is catch it midair. Nope. Not that time. That time.
Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
It's reminiscent of working on an airplane. Although, strangely enough, and this kind of goes counterintuitive to what everybody thinks or what pop culture says.
Oh, Advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself.
She sounds awful. Anyway, like I was saying, funny thing about airplanes is the air in them, there's a little bit of bleed air, they call that, like recycled. It's not really recycled, but the air is actually refreshed up to 9 times per hour, which is like significantly more than what is refreshed in, say, a typical office building. So there is that side of it. Okay, so in this particular world, there is a little bit of an Easter egg, and it's a throwback to the previous game. So let's go and find it here. Whee! Not bad, huh? So if you can see right up top there, there's a little tiny room.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
So, one of these things. I thought there might have been a radio in there. There we go. We'll catch this guy. So I might have to do this manually. There's a way to get into that little side chamber there. And so if I put a portal here and a portal here, I should be able to go sailing in. There's 1, 2, 3. Boom. So this is another one of those hidden rooms, which is very reminiscent of the first game. And the part that makes it really reminiscent of the first game is that if you were to get one of those radios from the first game and bring it into that room, it gives you another one of those slow scan TV things. No, I thought that was a... Let's try this again. But I thought I had one. I guess not. Anyway, that's what's happening there. It's a little bit of an Easter egg, a little bit of a throwback to the original game. Is there maybe... Oh, no, there is one. What do we have down here? There we go.
You don't have to test with the garbage. It's garbage.
But we're gonna test with the garbage, because I want to show this. So let's grab this garbage. Just set up my jump again. Like that. And away we go. Jump, jump, jump. And in we go. There it is. That sound is a slow scan TV signal. And it, so what that does is, I think it decodes a picture of the moon or something. I'm not sure. But it's the place where that stuff is primarily used is like amateur radio. So like, if you're an amateur radio guy, you can actually transmit images over the radio. And so you use that format, you can code in that format. And it basically encodes, what it's technically doing is it's encoding one line at a time, and the tones and stuff kind of delimitate sort of when those lines end, and it's a standard that the receivers use. Anyway, that's probably way too technical for this sort of thing. But that's how you would decode one of those signals. Or encode one of those signals if you wanted to. Alright.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you. And I'm sorry. You didn't react at the time, so I was worried it sailed right over your head, which would have made this apology seem insane. That's why I had to call you garbage a second time just now.
She's just so mean.
Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noise? I'm sorry. I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science fact. Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test? I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab another one. Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well. We have warehouses full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
But they're my best friend. Oh. I have a buddy right there. Game of Thrones. I would love to be able to watch Game of Thrones, but we have to wait until, well, later. It is not something I can immediately watch as it's being broadcast, unfortunately. But I would very much like to watch it. That's funny. Notifications are tough. How do I get up there? Oh, I have to jump. Yeah. This is all starting to look familiar. These are now different maps. They're kind of the same sort of... really? Damn. It's basically the same sort of... same idea, same concept. You know, using portals and all that kind of stuff. And, but they are unique. So it still has that puzzle-solving element to it, which is super nice.
Every test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit.
Except
so
for
that
this one.
test subjects cannot smuggle test objects out of the test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you.
That is... Now I have to take something with me. Like this guy. My companion cube. He's coming. Yeah. Going on a journey. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. Here we go. Ah.
I think that one was about to say, I love you.
Man.
They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
Oh, my poor companion cube. It's such a tease.
This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one.
Well, now we have one. Oh?
Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. and the knocking people's hats off. Then I got my time to get to see as soon as I can. There. If you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
This isn't too bad. Grab one of these, back through here. I gotta send this. Oh, I gotta send it over here. Put my little laser redirection. There we go. Use the portals again. And we're good to go. Next test. Smash, smash, smash. Malfunctioning grates. Oh, it's starting to look a little more fancy here.
Hey, it's me! I'm okay!
Well, I'm back. The aerial faceplate in here is sending a distress signal. You broke it, didn't you? There. Try it now.
What happened, right? I was just lying there. You thought I was done.
This plate must not be calibrated to someone of your generousness. I'll add a few zeros to the maximum weight. You look great, by the way. Very healthy. Try it now.
Big bird, right? Couldn't believe it either. And then
You seem to have defeated its load-bearing capacity. Well done. I'll just lower the ceiling.
Alright, let's try this again. Boom. No problem. So here's our next little puzzle. Got a laser, a wall, and a receptacle. So we just have to get up there and get ourselves a cube. Is it there? No, it's right here. Yeah, so there's a switch here. Switch drops a cube over here. I'll have to jump over into this area to retrieve it. And then should be able to direct that laser beam into that receptacle. Okay, here we go. What did I plan over there? Put one of these on, and there it is. So there's our light. Back up and through. Collect that. So here's another slight problem, but not that big of a problem because portals. Let me... Oof. So now the idea here is that I would set up a portal on this side and a portal on that side, and it'll open the door. But I got a problem. I have no way to get up there. So before I do that, I actually have to jump over on that side and somehow get those portals to work. Whoa.
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically, like an eagle, piloting a blimp.
Didn't quite work. I'm a little off, I think, on one of my portals. There we go. Such precision. And here's my elevator. So they're fun little puzzles, you know, it kind of gets the kind of working in different, the portals add a nice dimension to it, right?
Enjoy this next test. I'm going to go to the surface. It's a beautiful day out. Yesterday I saw a deer. If you solve this next test, maybe I'll let you ride an elevator all the way up to the break room. And I'll tell you about the time I saw a deer again.
Okay, so this one is a little bit. You have to go through and you have to disable a bunch of these gates. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get that brick over there. Shouldn't be too hard to get. Matter of sailing through the air. Thank you very much. And there we go. Oh, these guys are cleaning up more of the junk. There we go. So now we can make our way a little bit further up the track. Oof. Burnt my eyebrows off a bit. 1, 2, and stopped again. So this one needs a laser. So now I have to... Oh, here it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct that laser that I had down below into a portal, which should make all the sense in the world in a moment. There we go. One there. I don't know if I need this one later on or not, but I'm going to take them anyway. 1, 2, stop. Now, get a laser here. Or I mean right here. Okay, so now this guy's completely open. So now we can start it over. 1, 2, 3, and aha!
Well, you passed the test.
Beautiful.
I didn't see the deer today. I did see some humans. But with you here, I've got more test subjects than I'll ever need.
Okay. Here we go. Test number 11 of 22.
These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it.
Oh, no, come back. I'll follow you. Oh, here's some more little secret message rooms. Okay, so these bridges are kind of neat. We'll land one down here. No, I want it right there. So that'll get me across. Use my little portal. Down here. I gotta be careful to make sure to move the right portal. The blue one. There we go. And like so. There must be a button somewhere. Oh, is it that button? Oh, that's a pain. Yeah, so you hit that button, block comes down. I guess I have to make it over there first. There we go. So there we go. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. have our block. It almost fell into the water. Back up here at the beginning. And I need to get that over in there. That should get me close enough. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Why don't I just use the portal?
Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests
Oh,
are
you're
your
a big
prey.
one.
Speaking of which, I was researching sharks for an upcoming test. Do you know who else murders people who are only trying to help them? Did you guess sharks? Because that's wrong. The correct answer is nobody. Nobody but you is that pointlessly cruel.
She just won't let it go.
Good news. I figured out what to do with all the money I save recycling your one room full of air. When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your unfortunate bone structure.
Just cruel. Just unnecessarily
Perfect.
cruel.
The door's malfunctioning. I guess somebody's going to have to repair that too. No, don't get up. I'll be right back. Don't touch anything.
Oh,
Hey, hi! Up here! I found some bird eggs up here. Just dropped them into the door mechanism. Shut it right down. Bird! 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 Okay, that's probably the bird in it that laid the eggs. Livid. Okay, look, the point is, we're gonna break out of here, alright? Very soon, I promise, I promise. I just have to figure out how to break us out of here. Here she comes, just keep testing. Remember, you never saw me, never saw me.
I went and spoke with the door mainframe. Let's just say he won't be, well, living anymore. Anyway, back to testing.
okay. Well, let's see. Let's go start by putting some portals down. There's one. I think this will catch my... this one definitely will catch it. Plump. There it is. And I need to get it over there. Maybe I'll go onto this side and do it. Yeah, that makes sense. There we go. Easy.
Well done. In fact, you did so well, I'm going to note this on your file, in the commendation section. Oh, there's lots of room here. Did well. Enough.
Again, the dialogue is what makes this for me. I have so much fun. I have so much fun with
This next test
this.
involves turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds. Good luck.
Critical failure.
Let's see. Down you go. Excuse me. Just saved you all from sneezing in your living rooms. Okay, so it doesn't see through... Oh, it does see through glass. this is where you can have fun with this. So the trick here is just to kind of take them out one at a time. And it gets a little more complicated. Yeah, you don't need to watch me. There we go. There's one. Now these ones, I can't drop them, so I'll have to drop blocks on them maybe. Nope, not big enough. There we go. Okay, there's one more, and he's pointing right at me.
There you are.
It's a nice feature that once these things are down, they're deactivated. So if you stand them back up again... Oh, there you go. It's not a problem. Down. Oh, did I escape? In between levels.
To maintain a constant testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time. The point is, yesterday was your birthday. I thought you'd want to know.
So now the test chambers are starting to become a little more fancy. The trick here is to light all these guys up at once, which is not too hard to do. Just have to...
You know how I'm going to live forever, but you're going to be dead in 60 years? Well, I've been working on a belated birthday present for you. Well, more of a belated birthday medical procedure. Well, technically, it's a medical experiment. What's important is it's a present.
Yay. I'm sure it's fine. Totally ethical.
That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid. That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks fine. But right here a scientist has noted that on you it looks stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... Oh, wait. It's a she. Still, what does she know? Oh, wait. It says she has a medical degree. In fashion. From France.
Okay, so here's a little unknown fact about these little turrets, is they can't see you through these light bridges. So that's handy. That's good to know. So what I can do, I can set up a portal there.
Sentry mode activated.
This guy doesn't see a thing.
Please put me down.
Ah! I got a few hits on that one.
Shutting down.
My own fault. So there's the target. It's well guarded. Whoop. Oh no, they're behind glass. Good to know. They saw me. They definitely saw me.
Are you still there? Sleep mode activated. Would you come over here?
Okay. So basically, I jump down and try to knock them all over. Shouldn't be too bad.
Hello. I'm sunshine. I don't hate you. No heart.
Yay.
I don't hate you.
Okay. So let's put this here, because as soon as I place this guy on this pad, the glass comes down and then these guys can see me. Yay. Whoop. Same thing as before.
Are you still there? Hibernating. Is anyone there? Uh-oh.
So mean. Oh, way too much fun with that.
I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I managed to find 2 with your last name. A man and a woman. So that's interesting. It's a small world. I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting 2 people you haven't seen in a long time.
Who's there? Target resting. Searching.
Okay.
Searching. Are you still there?
Hello,
So they don't like lasers, as it turns out. Good to know, huh? Alright, so we'll set this guy down, keep this laser going full time.
Hello.
Yay! And that's an efficient way to clear these guys out.
It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin.
Again, another throwback to the first game where it was discovered that she killed all of the other scientists in the facility with neurotoxin. Let me see here. Yes. Okay. So that guy's needed down here. How do I get over here? So if I turn this guy off, it lowers that platform, which I need to get up. And as soon as I move this thing... This is not an easy one. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, Yep. So I'm gonna grab my cube. Turn this guy off. I'll land a portal over here. That will... So now he's being suspended directly over the button. I can stand on the platform here. And there we have
I
it.
bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In fact, we're headed to your surprise right now. After all these years, I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
I like surprises. The last time it was a surprise, though, she tried to kill us. That would be a very short game, though, if that happened. Oh, like that this time. So here we are, Chapter 4, The Surprise.
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. I made it all up. Surprise.
There you have it.
Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you.
Okay, and now the big puzzle room. Let's see if I can figure this one out. So that thing shoots. And that's no fun. Up over here. Okay, so now I got a use for this guy. Alright. Now we got a couple of lasers. This is good. Because now I can theoretically use it to get rid of this guy. It's causing me no end of troubles. We'll just fire in here. Wonder if I can reach him from here. Not quite. I can leave that there. Now there should be, oh yeah, there's another one. Boom. Alright, now I don't have to worry about him anymore.
I feel awful about that surprise. Tell you what.
There we go.
Let's give your parents a call right now.
The birth parents you are trying to reach do not love you. Please hang up.
Oh, that's sad. But impressive. Maybe they worked at the phone company.
She goes through such effort to tease.
Hey, how's it going? I talked my way onto the old nanobot work crew rebuilding this shaft. They are really small. So, oh, I know, Jerry. No, I'm on a break, mate. On a break. Ah! Just hang in there for 5 more... What, Jerry? You can't fire me for that. Yes, Jerry. Or maybe your prejudiced worksite should have accommodated a nanobot of my size. Thanks for the hate crime, Jer. See you in court, mate. Anyway, look, just hang in there for 5 more chambers.
5. 5 more to go.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while, so I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math.
It's hilarious. Okay. So here we go, another big puzzle room. 19 of 22. There's not even 5 more left. I didn't think I'd reach that. Oh, hello. Now, you need to get me somewhere. Maybe over here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, well that's kind of what I wanted to do, but I'm not quite there yet. Alright, well, we need this eventually. Oh, yeah. Set that up there. Ouch. Oh, my memory is starting to fail. Now let's just try doing this one. Oh, here we go. There's one. Okay. Except I really need to have this guy. So let's send him over. And there it is. Now let's go over there myself and line up that laser beam. Ow. It's number 2. Same thing as before, get myself a jump in here. I'll pop over this way. That didn't quite work out. Is there a better way to jump up there? I think that's about right. Oh, it did knock it over. Ah, good to know. Take these guys out. One receptacle. Now just to make the final jump. One jump coming up. Almost burnt myself, but I made it.
I thought about our dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us.
Very subtle. Very subtle in the language. So, if I'm going to break out, it's going to have to be soon.
Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right. The facility is completely operational again.
Yep. It's a fine-looking facility. So, a portal here. And portal there. Should be able to line these guys up okay. Finally. There we go. Multiple lasers.
I think these test chambers look even better than they did before. It was easy, really. You just have to look at things objectively, see what you don't need anymore, and trim out the fat.
Uh-oh. That might be me.
I've got a surprise for you after this next test. Not a fake, tragic surprise like last time. A real surprise with tragic consequences. And real confetti this time. The good stuff. Our last bag. Part of me's going to miss it. But at the end of the day, it was just taking up space.
So... Okay, so let's go grab a cube. Like that. Oh.
What's going on? Who turned off the lights?
Hey, buddy! I'm speaking in an accent that is beyond her range of hearing.
Look, Metal Ball, I can hear you.
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! Run!
Now we're escaping.
Run! Come on, I'm closing the door. Okay, quick recap. We are escaping. All right, that's what's happening now. We're escaping. So you're doing great. Just keep running. Quick word about the future plans that I've got in store. We're going to shut down her turret production line, all right? Turn off her neurotoxin and then confront her. Again, though, for the moment, run! Hurry, this way.
Let's keep running.
The irony is you were almost at the last test. Here it is. Why don't you just do it? Trust me, it's an easier way out than whatever asinine plan your friend came up with.
Oh, what? Come on, how stupid does she think we are? Oh,
Down we go.
come on, over here, this way.
Okay, so now we've made our escape.
Come on, come on! Ah! What's going on in there? Can you get out? We have to get you out of there! I heard gunfire! It's a bit late, but look out for gunfire. Probably doesn't help at this point, but I have at least tried.
I don't blame you.
You're okay! Great,
I
come
made
on!
it.
This way, this way! Turret!
Ah!
Go, go, go!
Oh no! It got me. I thought I could run past it. I could not run past it.
You're okay! Great, come on!
Let's do this
This
one
way.
more time.
Turret!
There we go.
Go, 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 go! There's the exit! We're almost out of here! Bring in the whole place!
Uh-oh.
Hurry! Hurry! This way!
Oh boy.
Hurry! This way! Get in the lift! Get in the lift!
All right. Just
I'll be
Barely made it. All right, good job. We escaped the mazes.
Ah, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Okay, follow me. We've still got work to do. At least you can't touch us back here. What's happening? Okay. Okay, don't move.
It's dark.
Okay.
It's scary.
All right, so, I've got an idea, but it is bloody dangerous. Here we go. Ah! Oh, for God's... They told me that if I ever turned this flashlight on, I would die. They told me that about everything. I mean, I don't even know why they bothered giving me this stuff if they didn't want me to use it. It's pointless. Mad. Ooh. It's dark down here, isn't it? They say that the old caretaker of this place went absolutely crazy. Chopped up his entire staff of robots. All of them robots. They say at night you can still hear the screams of their replicas. All of them functionally indistinguishable from the originals. No memory of the incident. Nobody knows what they're screaming about. Absolutely terrifying. Though obviously not paranormal. Meaningful way. Okay, this looks dangerous. I'll hold the light steady.
So the game definitely kind of directs you where to go. So it's quite linear in that sense.
Oh, nicely done.
So now we're into the production line of these turrets. This part is actually pretty neat to see. Kind of reminds me of like making like model planes as like kids and stuff, right?
Quick, this way. Here's an interesting story. You might like this.
No.
I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but
I can't believe I just fell down. I totally got knocked down by the arms.
what they're screaming about. Absolutely terrifying. Though obviously not paranormal. Meaningful way.
All right.
Okay, this looks dangerous. I'll hold the light steady.
Let's see if we can do this
nicely done.
again.
Quick, this way.
Now I jump.
Here's an interesting story. You might like this. I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but guess who the foreman went with? Only an exact duplicate of himself. Nepotism. Ended up giving me the worst possible job, tending to all the smelly humans. Sorry, that's no, I wouldn't say smelly. Just attending to the humans. Sorry about that. That just slipped out. I'm a bit insensitive. The smelly humans. Okay, we have to split up here for a moment. Portal up to that passage, and I'll see you on the other side.
There we go.
We've got to get you out of that room. Can you reach that wall back there? Okay, there's another wall over here. Oh, I'll tell you, humans. Oh, love them. Just the way they look is great, and their folklore, wonderful, and very colourful.
So this is where they build the turrets. They put them all together, stick them in a box. Manufacturing at its finest. Automation, wave of the future. This game is way ahead of its time.
Right. Well, I'm going to take this rail down the back way. See you at the bottom. Good luck.
Around we go. Here we are. Now we're getting into the factory. So it's puzzly in its own way. The same but different.
Turret redemption lines active. Please do not engage with turrets heading towards redemption. Turret redemption lines are not rides. Please exit the turret redemption line.
That's redemption, the ovens. Yikes. Tough to be a robot.
Different. Thank you.
So this turret
Get mad.
says different things.
Don't make lemonade. Prometheus was punished by the gods for giving the gift of knowledge to man. He was cast into the bowels of the earth and picked by birds.
Ooh.
Target acquired.
So we got some testing areas.
So what am I supposed to do here? How's that?
Target acquired.
What did I hit?
Target acquired.
Well, I tried.
Target acquired. Target.
Yeah, no bullets. Sorry.
Target acquired.
Anyone got any bullets?
It's
Oh, no, I'm one of the bad ones, aren't I?
so here we go. We got some
Template. Response. Template. Response.
So this is the QA line. So the system is basically
Template. Response.
differentiating between the good ones and the bad ones.
Template. Response.
This is ridiculous.
Template. Response.
Oh, brilliant! You made it through.
Oh,
Well done.
there we go.
Follow me. You're gonna love this.
Template.
Almost there.
Response.
Ta-da! Only the turret control center. Thank you very much.
Response.
See that scanner right there, right? It's deciding which turrets to keep and which to toss. And it's using that master turret there as a template. Now, if we pull out the template turret, it'll shut down the whole production line.
There we go.
Right,
That's simple.
I'm going to have to hack the door so that we can get at it.
Response.
Technical. You'll need to turn around while I do this.
Template.
Done! Hacked. Okay, go on, just pull that turret out. Well,
Response.
that should do it.
Template missing. Continuing from memory.
Oh, it hasn't done it. Right, let's figure out how to stop this turret line. Have you got any ideas?
Template.
Any ideas? Any ideas? No?
I got an idea. Let's go get a new template.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, have you got an idea?
I got an idea.
Okay, well, all right, just do your idea and then come
Template.
straight back.
Response.
So let's catch one of these bad ones as it gets
Template.
rejected.
Response.
Sorry, what's going on over there?
Template.
You know, I'm actually over here
Response.
still thinking really hard.
Oh, thank God. You saved my bacon, pal. Where we go? Is this a jailbreak? Can't say a thing.
Template. Response.
I kind of like the Zidiad ones better.
Template. Response.
What do you have there?
Template.
What are you? Oh, brilliant! That's brilliant.
New template accepted.
If we're lucky, she won't find out all her turrets are cracked until it's too late. Classic.
There we
Okay,
go.
keep your eye on the turret line. I'm going to go and hack the door open.
Response.
Okay, I'm about to start hacking.
Template.
It's a little bit more
Response.
complicated than it looked from your side. It should take about 10 minutes. Keep one eye on the door.
Template. Response.
This door's actually pretty complicated. Ah! Oh, how long's the door been open? I mean, was there any sort of announcement before it opened, like a buzzer or an alarm of some kind, or like a hacker alert? I mean, you know, fair enough. The important thing is it's open, but just mention in the future, cough or something. All right, now, she can't use her turrets, so let's go and take care of that neurotoxin generator as well.
So, we get more into the aperture science folklore, so we're starting to get into sort of like, you know, desks and stuff. Kind of looks like 1980s style. There's photocopiers and office equipment.
Bring your daughter to work day.
Yeah.
That did not end well.
No, they did.
And 40 potato batteries. Embarrassing. I mean, I realise they're children, but still, you know, low-hanging fruit and all that. Barely science, really, is it?
Potatoes.
Baking soda volcano. Well, you know, at least it's not a potato battery, I'll give it that, but it's not terrifically original, is it? You know what I mean? Not exactly primary research, even within the child sciences. I'm guessing this wasn't one of the scientists' children. You know, I don't want to be snobby, but let's be honest, it's got manual labourer written all over it, hasn't it? I'm not saying they're not as good as the professionals, you know, they're just a lot dumber.
Look at that one, that one's still going.
Look at that, it's growing right up into the ceiling. The whole place is probably overrun with potatoes at this point, isn't it? At least you won't starve, though.
Now there was one here. I thought that one of these was actually done by the character, but I don't remember which. Yeah, I love how this is like obviously the source of all the potatoes and greenery in this place. This one potato. Oh no, this one is the one. Yeah, so here in the corner it says by Chell. So that is the same, that is basically this character, the player character. So somehow it was bring your daughter to work day, so there's a relationship there somewhere, either one of the scientists or like who knows. But there definitely is, like, you know, this person didn't end up here by mistake. But she's been here a long time. Decades, perhaps. Oh, neurotoxin. So the neurotoxin was the source of all the problems in the first game.
I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's this way. No, it's not this way.
Nah, it's a dead end.
Okay, let's try this way.
So objective number 1 was to mess up all the turrets on the turret factory, so that is done. Objective number 2 is to take out the neurotoxin factory, so that is where we're heading to next. That's the idea anyway. So in the first game, they did mention that, and they kind of alluded to it in this game.
I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator.
There it is.
A bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, you know, push it over. Have to apply some cleverness. There's some sort of control room up at the top, so let's go and investigate.
Yeah, so in the first game, they alluded to the fact that, like, you're running around this empty science facility because basically this AI got sentient and decided that she didn't like the scientists anymore and killed them all with this neurotoxin. So it's a primary weapon of GLaDOS. So that's why we're going to try to take it out.
There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain, of a sort. It's all simulated, you know. But real enough for them, I suppose.
Kind of feel a little guilty about it now.
I'm afraid the door's locked. Just checked it. No way to hack it as far as I can tell. What are you doing? We don't know what that button... Oh, the door's open. Well done. Let's see what's inside. Good news. I can use this equipment to shut down the neurotoxins.
So notice we get a laser here.
Password protected. Alarm bells. No, don't worry. All right, not a problem for me. You may as well have a little rest, actually, while I work on it.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Here we go. The hardest part of any hack is the figuring out how to start phase.
Okay, so there was a laser back here. So while he's busy trying to hack that one, this part is quite simple. We lay a portal down here, and then over on this side, we'll add
We've got some electronics in there.
There we go. Slice, slice, slice.
Hold on, the neurotoxin levels are going down. Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up to 50%. No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake.
One, two, 3, and 4.
That did it. Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes. Hold on.
And there goes the neurotoxin.
Warning. Neurotoxin pressure has reached dangerously unlethal levels.
Ah, the tube's broken. We can ride it straight to her. I can't. Hold on. Come on. Come on. We have. Ah.
There we go. Neurotoxin taken care of.
This should take us right to her. I can't believe I'm finally doing this. Woo! I knew this would be fun. They told me it wasn't fun at all, so they said it's not fun at all. And I believed them. I don't have to fool to myself. Oh, I'm loving this. Whale of a time.
It is fun.
This place is huge, and we're only seeing the top layer. It goes down for miles. All sealed off years ago, of course. We should be getting close. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on her face. No neurotoxin, no turret. She'll never know what hit her. Hold on, because I might not have thought this next part completely. Ah! Well, I'm going the wrong way. Get to her. I'll find you.
Okay, so we've got a bit of an unfinished plan. So we've taken away her... We're taking away her claws, her teeth. But there's still a little bit more left.
I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that.
We've been
In
recaptured.
fact, I devised a much more elaborate trap
Recaptured.
further ahead for when you got through this easy one. If I'd known you let yourself get captured this easily, I would have just dangled a turkey leg on a rope from the ceiling.
Uh-oh. I don't want to go into that.
Well, it was nice catching up. Let's get to business. I hope you brought something stronger than a portal gun this time.
There she is.
Otherwise, I'm afraid you're about to become the immediate past president of the Being Alive Club. Uh-huh. Seriously, though. Goodbye.
It's my big chance. This is trouble. Ah, not again. Here comes that. Like the lady. Ah, this ain't.
Oh, you were busy back there. Well, I suppose we could just sit in this room and glare at each other until somebody drops dead. But I have a better idea. It's your old friend, deadly neurotoxin. If I were you, I'd take a deep breath and hold it.
Hello.
I hate you so much.
Warning. Central core is 80% corrupt.
That's funny. I don't feel corrupt. In fact, I feel pretty good.
Alternate core detected.
Oh, that's me they're talking about.
To initiate a core transfer, please deposit substitute core in receptacle.
Core transfer. Oh, you are kidding me.
I've got an idea.
Substitute core accepted.
There we go.
Substitute core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
Yes.
Corrupted core. Are you ready to start the procedure?
No.
Oh, yes, she is.
No, 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 no.
Stalemate detected. Transfer procedure cannot continue.
Pull
Yes.
me out, pull me
Unless a
out.
stalemate associate is present to press the stalemate resolution button.
Pull me out, leave me in, leave me in. Don't press it.
Don't do it.
Yes, do it.
Don't press that. Not so fast. Think about this. You need to be a trained stalemate associate to press that button. You're unqualified.
Okay, don't listen to her, all right? It is true that you don't have the qualifications, but you've got something far more important than that. A vision. Press that button so that you will kill us.
Impersonating a stalemate associate. I just added that to the list. It's a list I made of all the things you've done. Well, it's a list that I am making, because you're still doing things right now, even though I'm telling you to stop. Stop, but...
Stalemate resolved.
Alright.
Please return to the core transfer.
Here we go! Wait, what if this hurts? What if this really hurts? Ah, I didn't think of that.
Oh, it will. Believe me, it will.
Are you just saying that, or is it really gonna hurt? You're just saying that, aren't you? You're just... No, you're not. It is gonna hurt, isn't it? Exactly how painful are we talking... Ah!
No, stop! No! 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 No!
Wow!
Reboot.
Check me out, partner. We did it! I'm in control of the whole facility now. Whoa! Would you look at this? Not too bad, eh? Giant robot. Massive. It's not just me, right? I am bloody massive, aren't I? Oh, right, yeah, the escape lift. I'll call it now. There we go. Lift called. Look how small you are down there. Let me tell you, I knew it was going to be cool to be in charge of everything. But,
Okay.
wow, this is cool. And check this out. I'm a bloody genius now.
Estás usando este software de traducción de forma incorrecta. Por favor, consulte el manual.
I don't even know what I just said, but I can find out. Oh, sorry, no, the lift. Yes, sorry, forget it. This body's amazing, seriously. I can't get over how small you are, but I'm huge. Actually, why do we have to leave right now? Do you have any idea how good this is? I did this. Tiny little Wheatley did this.
You didn't do anything. She did all the work.
Oh, really? That's what the two of you think, is it? Whoa, maybe it's time
No.
I did something then.
What are you doing? No! No! No!
And don't think I'm not onto you too, lady. You know what you are? Selfish. I've done nothing but sacrifice to get us here. And what have you sacrificed? Nothing. Zero. All you've done is boss me around. Well, now who's the boss? Who's the boss? It's me. Ah! See that? That is a potato battery. It's a toy for children. And now she lives in it. Sorry, what?
The engineers tried everything to make me behave, to slow me down. Once, they even attached an intelligence dampening sphere on me. It clung to my brain like a tumor, generating an endless stream of terrible ideas.
No, not listening, not listening.
It was your voice.
No, you're lying, you're lying.
You're the tumor. You're not just a regular moron. You're designed to be a moron.
I am not a moron!
Yes, you are. You're a moron they built to make me an idiot.
Well, how about now? Now who's a moron? Could a moron hunt you into this pit?
Uh-oh.
Ah! Could a moron do that? Uh-oh.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato. Oh, good. My slow clap processor made it into this thing. So we have that. Since it doesn't look like we're going anywhere, well, we are going somewhere, alarmingly fast, actually. But since we're not busy other than that, here's a couple of facts. He's not just a regular moron. He's the product of the greatest minds of a generation, working together with the express purpose of building the dumbest moron who ever lived. And you just put him in charge of the entire facility. Good, that's still working. Hey, just in case this pit isn't actually bottomless, do you think maybe you could unstrap one of those long fall boots of yours and shove me into it? Just remember to land on one foot.
Oh, here we go. This is rock bottom. The long fall. So here we are, bottom of the pit. What's neat about this is that it's we're obviously a long ways down. We're a long ways from where we were, the modern facility, and we're about to see sort of the history of this place and sort of where it came from, and then also see how it evolves through the decades as well. And that's what I mean, decades. So like, which kind of makes sense because as you build these things, you know, these are massive, huge testing facilities. So it would take a long time. You know, it would take a long time to build one of these things. So it's kind of neat. So the first decade that they kind of go through is the 60s. 50s or 60s. Kind of the golden age of science, you know, the atomic age of science. But it also introduces you to great characters like Cave Johnson, who was kind of like the mastermind of this whole place. This way a little bit, and you can see it's this big open cavern that's been built on top of. Obviously this place has been forgotten. Oh, but there's something over here. Condemned testing area. Lots of signs, ominous signs, keep away. Don't come in. The ambiance is nice too, just these ominous creaks, creaking sounds. Pull this lever. There we go. A gigantic vault. Like, this thing is massive. It is so huge. Well, there's a control room. I like this old style of light. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these things in like actual electronics, but I've seen like these frequency counters, and they use something similar where it's like, and this predates like 7-segment displays like you see in modern alarm clocks, but they're actually like individually lit up, almost like neon lights in the shape of the number, and it just kind of like counts through it. It's actually like really cool little detail. The retro detail here. There we go. Hatch is opening. it's a little anticlimactic. A door. It's the type of humor I do appreciate. I've said this a few times tonight, but it is definitely a type of humor I do appreciate. And I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to save the rest for another day, as it is getting late, and I have to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to end the stream now and call it a night. And I'll pick it up hopefully in a couple of days. We'll see how my schedule works out. I do want to get onto a more steady schedule, but it may take a little bit of time. We'll see. A lot going on. Anyhow, have an excellent Sunday night, an excellent week. I hope you enjoyed watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed playing with Portals as I have. Kind of an older game now, but still a lot of fun, still a lot of replayability. And yeah, have a good night, have a good week. Cheers.